Grown men, why are you still playing video games? I don't know. Grown women, why are you still letting the moon and stars tell you how to think? What's going on, guys? This is Ashley from The Dating Doc, your source for everything dating related, whether it's news, commentary, or advice. Before we get into today's topic, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can help the channel out as well as help yourself out by getting more content like this in your feed. Today's subject: why do guys play video games? It seems that it's becoming increasingly more common to see men gaming past high school or their early 20s. And from the other side, I can understand why many of our lady listeners might have an issue with that. I mean, whenever you're trying to get your man's attention and he just seems to be more concerned with his video game, I can see where that's frustrating. I can understand the concern, or maybe even just wondering what is so engaging or enthralling about this virtual experience. Well, I'm here to talk about that with you today. First of all, I think one of the biggest things, and this applies to me, is that we need to escape from the misery of life with something we're able to exert some control over. I mean, the universe just throws whatever it will at you, and sometimes there's very little you can do about it. Furthermore, even by your own actions, if you do mess up in a video game, you can start over. You can't do that in real life. And I think that's one of the appeals. I mean, I can understand that. For instance, some time ago, I was playing the 2003 Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem game. And there was a point where I was most of the way through the game, but I was having the most difficult time with a particular level. It seemed that all of my units were vastly underleveled. I hadn't utilized or managed my resources very well throughout the game, and it just seemed impossible. Eventually, I reached a point after playing through this chapter over and over and over again where it was just easier to start the whole damn thing from the beginning. Start a clean save file, take what I learned because, I was just kind of figuring out the concepts of a tactical RPG, learning to preserve and better manage resources, which units to send out to get experience. And the second time I came across that level, it was so much easier. And what's interesting is during that time in my life, I was having issues with my own decisions. I was thinking that, man, wouldn't it be easier if I could just start over? If I could just start my save file over? Have I fucked this one up too much? And unfortunately, the answer is no. You don't get to start over. But with video games, you at least have an outlet where you have that level of control. And I think for a lot of men, we'd rather do this than not be in control by getting sloshed drunk or sleeping with the wrong people as an idea of internalized revenge. Yes, some men might be called childish, but I promise you, we will never be called irresponsible. And no, video games inherently do not cause people to be violent. People who are mentally ill to begin with can be triggered by just about anything, whether that's movies or other types of media. So the thing with video games as compared to other media forms is that they're arguably more productive as an outlet than, say, watching movies or reading books due to the interactive element. Take my favorite video game series, for example, The Legend of Zelda. Why do I love Zelda? Why has that stuck with me for so many years? And I can boil it down to just a few core concepts. I love the aspect of puzzle solving using a set of tools at your disposal. I enjoy the satisfaction of overcoming a very difficult boss fight or conquering a dungeon or solving that head-scratching puzzle that's had you banging your head against the wall for a few hours. And ladies, we will yell at the screen and you might think, "Are you even enjoying this? You're yelling." But we are, because at the end of the day, once you finally get through that, there's that sense of accomplishment that very few things in life really compare to. And As for me, the video games that I like to play the most are the ones that are actually somewhat intellectually stimulating. And it's for a lot of these same reasons that I love programming, which is the career field that I'm going into and what a lot of people feel is a productive passion. Gaming, especially online gaming, connects us to a crowd which were either originally lonely or enjoy a mix of alone time, yet still being connected to a community that shares their love for the same game. Now, personally, I don't play a lot of multiplayer games. Instead, I engage in mainly single player, narrative driven titles, but being able to connect with men and women over these pieces of art is an experience that compares to little else. I can meet somebody who I've never talked to before and instantly have something that we have a shared experience that we can talk about and we can understand each other. And I think that that's beautiful. Now, keep in mind that you can escape so much until you become very isolated, or worse yet, a video game addict. Everything in life is all about balance. I found a way to incorporate my love of gaming into a semi productive hobby through podcasting. And if you haven't checked out Collateral Gaming Video Game Podcast or its cinema counterpart, Collateral Cinema Movie Podcast, you should do so because you can really tell what video games and movies mean to me, mean to a lot of people. So, if you feel that video games are taking your man's time away from you, have you ever thought of joining in? Whether it's playing a multiplayer game together, taking turns on a single player game when your partner dies, or even watching a brilliant narrative unfold. Not unlike watching a movie together. For instance, The Last of Us, or the more recent God of War games. Any of these can be a bonding experience and elevate a relationship. Take an interest in his hobbies, and he might take an interest in yours. Anyway, hopefully this video not only sheds light for the ladies and partners of gamers, but also as a reminder on why gamers, well, game. Thanks for listening, folks. If you enjoyed this video, again, be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out our Instagram, @TheDatingDoc. With content like this, we hope to take our passions, our experiences, our knowledge, and transform that into an experience, a learning experience for you, for anybody that can use it. Well, that's all I have for today. I've been Ashley from The Dating Doc. Stay safe out there, game if you like, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hey folks, I really hope you enjoy that content. So here's the thing, the Dating Doc, not only do we have original content, we also have these fun social mixers for singles in San Antonio. So if you're ever interested in getting away from swipe culture and meeting some of San Antonio's best, come on out to our events. All you have to do is look down at the link below and I'll see you there.